Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a very long time since I recorded a video. Obvious reasons, with all this pandemic, it's been really slow in the shop. I'm being really busy here. Sometimes I can't record for confidentiality agreement with companies that I work, repairing modules and stuff like that. So I can record everything that I will wish to record, but it's just the way it is. All right. All right, I got what I think is a 2007 GMC Denali. Customer complained that some of the gauges aren't working. So let me turn this on. Hmm. Positive, negative. I have to give more power to this. So 1 second. Um, I give 13 and a half volts. And I'm gonna raise the amperage to like 1 amp. I'm just adjusting the power supply because in between the scan module and the cluster it's a little bit heavy for it. Yeah, now we got, see, it didn't work before. So his complaint is the cluster works sometimes and it doesn't work. He said on the way here that actually work like this, the odometer wasn't coming on and some of the gauges wasn't working, but it's still the speedometer is not working. So I'm going to try to manually select this. So let me see. EMC. I'm just going on the scanner to select to do the sweep test, which this is just to corroborate and double check what the complaint is. So we're going to do a manual selection. Um, I don't have the VIN of the car, so I'm just going to guess that it's like around 0607 light duty truck. Make sure it is UMC truck. And we can select, Envoy, Denali. They're all use kind of like the same cluster. So I'm going to select this Denali two-wheel drive, and I don't think the C or the K will matters. I will guess it's maybe around a 5.3. It's a manual HVAC. In the way this doesn't really matter. The other selections are, remember, just to select engine computers and so on, which we don't care on this case. I'm just using the cluster. So I wanted to wait to see if I have communication. All right, so let's go over to diagnosis, control unit, and we're gonna go to the instrument cluster, which is right here. And then we're gonna go to active tests. We can do the sweep test, which is what I want to do first. Okay, no communication. Let me see lamp test. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to deselect or reselect the vehicle. I'm gonna go to like a 04. So let's get an 04. Sierra Denali. Again, I don't think base radio, manual, a lot of stuff to select in here, which I don't think it really matters. Hopefully we can get the communication. All right, let's try it again. Control unit and instrument panel. Okay, perfect. So I selected an 04 at work. Again, this is a hit and miss sometimes, especially when you don't have the VIN. So yeah, I can see that all the gauges work except for the speedometers, and you guys can see that too. So one more time. All right, so yep, it's true what he's saying. Let's see if I can do the lamp test as well. All right, that was something weird going on in there, and I lost communication. All right, so Unknown driver, that's fine. Never know what that one is. So let me see. Yeah, that's to check all the dots on the cluster odometer reading, which are they're all good. Let me do the lamp test again. That might be an issue with like amperage. So let me raise the amperage to like 1.7 again because of what I'm using here. And that was it. Yeah, see how now it didn't turn off because it's drawing 1.5 amp with the uh, scanner module. So that's what is going on. All right, so let me do it again one more time. Yeah, they all look to be okay. So all right, so I'm going to take the cluster apart. I clean it before. That's what I'm using the gloves, and you can see they got a little dirty, normal, dust and stuff from the cluster. I wear a mask when I was removing it from the car. Please be careful right now with what's going on with COVID. A lot of people is giving up and taking the security or safety measures away because they feel like it's being too long. Please don't. We're almost there. Hopefully, this shots, Moderna, and other companies the vaccines are working or work, and we can make this finally go away. Because the only way that we can do that is like keep all our measurements, all our safety measurements there. All right, guys. So no more talking. Let's open this up and see what I find. So let me turn the camera off 1 second, and I'll be right back. I decided to do this with you. Some people also request what do I need to take apart. I always remove everything. All you gotta do is, be careful while you're prying out. Let me get another pry bar here, so I might have to move you guys 1 second. Oh, hopefully that wasn't too shaky. Gloves are not the best for this, but being the circumstances with the world, I ain't going to take my gloves out. These two tabs are from under it, so actually let me take the back cover first. Like that I can get better access to those two pins on the front of the plastic cover. They're always a little hard to get off. Alright, so just grab again here. I might put it back in there, we'll see. And need a screwdriver for this. So you put a little pressure here and try to lift this up. So I don't know why they do this like this. Got one out. What I went is under the white part, lifting the gray or black, which is this, and then just getting it out. Nothing break. It's just the sound of the plastic. All right, so we got these two out of the way. For now, just gonna lay it in there. One thing I like to also see, we have, I would say, close to 1/8 of an inch. This one is right in the zero, right in the line, right before. So this one, they're all the same, just before the minimum, just right before. This one is 1/8, this one is right in the zero, and this one, the transmission temperature is right at the line. This one, sometimes they fight to come out, but this still works really good, leaving no marks and taking it very easy. You gotta spin it so they come out of the shaft. Again, no matter what, we're replacing all the stepper motors. All right, that should do it. Then we can take this out. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put this on the table on the side, which is getting crowded. There's so much going on. I wish I can show you, but I got computers on the floor now. I mean, boxes everywhere. Normal busy shop, right? At least with this, I can stay busy here. Yeah, I don't see the normal things on this one. We got the voltage regulator here. This is the voltage regulator side. These are the stepper motor drivers. Let me see if somebody has ever been in here. Nope, it seems to be all original, which is great. Perfect. So let me get into the microscope. Let's set the camera on the microscope on. Got the one ready to go at the top, which gotta get a little closer. Right there should probably be the best. I gotta watch how the camera turns off. It's just not made to be on all the time. And gotta turn this one on. And then we can all work together and see what we see there, right? Okay, camera is on. No light. That is very important. And we can start a recording, which I'm going to do now. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. You might be able to see something on the screen right there. Either way, I'm going to put that on the picture-in-picture. Just want to see what I see. Oh yeah, definitely the normal things. I mean, I'm definitely going to. You can hit the heat areas, you know, like the change on temperatures. All these. Let me get something to point to. So we need to resolder all these ones, all here. You can see the decoloration all on this area. Let me raise that up. So usually these ones, and these ones are the most common ones, and then obviously we're going to replace all the LEDs, or not LEDs, and this one's just the regular bulbs, and all the stepper motors, which we got 7 of them. But yeah, I like to usually just quickly take a pic and see if I see anything out of the ordinary, which I don't think is going to be the case, because right now, even though the cluster wasn't working before, which I think is because of the same resistors that are lifting out of the board, which is very common in this one, is the main problem. Let's see what else I see here. Yeah, I don't see any other issues, so let's get the desolder again. Let Let me get some of these leads away from here. Alright, see if we can make this go into. Yep. Alright, so. Well, that was just a picture. Forgot how to make it play. And I think it's recording now, so that should be okay. Right there. Yeah. Alright, so we need to just desolder. Let it heat up first. I got now the hot air station from JBC. Very happy with it. I still got my Haco. Just on the side, sometimes I need more power. The one I got from JBC is the middle range hot air station. But it works. I mean, that thing is super fast. All right, so when you're doing this, you just gotta be a little careful not to damage the pads. So let it heat up, let it do his work, and then you can remove the motors without damaging anything. Usually use the same desolder gun to straighten up the pins from the motor. Well, it's nice and hot. All right. How you guys all been? You know, let's try to make some noise. Again, my shop is being really slow. I think everybody is feeling the heat that all this pandemic is bringing to us. Winter and a pandemic, not a good combination for a business. Alright. See a little bit of a corrosion or something marking here. You still recording up there? Yeah. This one is still good too. Let's take a look and see. I'm gonna run this just for a second before I remove those motors to see what those spots are. Camera is out of focus, right? Gotta take a look and see. It's a little weird coloration, not a corrosion. Under all these resistors, so we're going to resolder those too as well. Let's take these babies out. That is just a plastic that holds these two tabs. It holds the stepper motors in place usually. When you're taking these out, just make sure you are looking what you're doing, because sometimes even you use a desolder gun, it might still be connected, and that's when sometimes a lot of people rips the pads out. So be careful that it is out. So just check it first. You will feel. So we got those out, and now we can take all these lights out too as well. All I do is just spin and break them. Again, being careful. Usually don't replace this too, because I'm going to use incandescent lights. This is not a request to improve to LEDs, and then you will need to use a resistor either for each LED or a main resistor on the back. I have seen that many times being done as well. I like to keep it original, just the way I am. But what I was saying is I usually don't replace this tube. I mean, those are blinkers. They're now on all the time, so they will stay there. All right, that's all garbage. We don't need the desolder gun no more. So let me put this away here. And before we do any on the motors, and now without nothing on the side, on the way, we can, put solder joints in here to the bolts work. It's easy to install, and then we can do all the yeah, this one just turned off, right? So either way, no problem. You guys were able to see that with I need to put this on. Let me just make sure both you and I can see well. All right, perfect. I like to go over to where I see the crack. Well, this one is completely loose, so hopefully you guys can see how it's completely open. So let's do the bottom one then. Let's see. Sometimes I like to use the big guy here because it heats up super fast. I'm thinking of getting an iron from JBC because the control of the heat is just so faster, but the price is also really stiff. Let's say these JBC, the Hako cost me, Hako air station, the FR810B is around $900. This JBC hot air station, but it has some good features. It comes with a vacuum pump, which is that one has a vacuum pump, but the actual vacuum is through the tip of the gun or the nozzle, and then you can put some attachments and put the hot air directly into the component and remove it. But that it has to be directly in there. You cannot just maneuver the air. With this one, the hot air, or sorry, the vacuum suction pump is completely separate. You got that desk in there that you can use these tripods. Let me show you. Like this, and let's say if I want to remove this component, I can just put it here, just an example, right? And then the vacuum will be here, while you can even use that gun and this gun to fastly, very fast, heat it up and then remove it without damaging anything else, because this will act as a shield while you're removing. This has a rubber suction. It's a thermal rubber, because it definitely can take the heat that you put on the hot station, but then as soon as it's done, it just pops it out. So it has some good features, but this hot station is like $2,500. So yeah, it is very stiff, but it's like kind of like the Ferrari for those who like cars for electronics. All right, so all right, what I was saying, I like to use this big one because it heats up very quick. So sorry if I'm in the way right there, just for a second. You can see this one heats up really quick, and it leaves like everything ready in a brief time. Yeah, this one is cracking here. Something I forgot to do is put my fan on. You're not going to be able to hear much as far as the sound. This microphone takes almost all the noise away. You saw how that move, huh? So is this one, and so is this one. So definitely all those joints were cracked. Very common situation in these clusters. Based on what I saw before, let me see once again. I want to redo these ones in here too. I will go back in there. I just don't want to miss these ones in here. Yeah, that tip cleaner from JBC works really nice too as well. Iron tip cleaner, really good idea. It makes your soldering irons last a lot and then ready to go as you need it. That should do that. I want to do this one in here too. Also, the reason I use the gloves is I have take a couple of burns doing this. Sometimes you want to grab something and you grab the tip and it hurts. These gloves is because it's so hot, the iron, that even the glove is not made to hold temperature. It will protect your skin from third-degree burns, which, believe me, this iron is at 840 degrees. It will burn you right, instantly. All right, so we can do this too. This one, this one. Just doing the lights. The pads for the lights, they're ready to go. Hopefully you guys were able to see that. Right, we're almost there as far as this. We got a couple of more. Let me show you. I'm going to go where it's sadder. You see how it's moving? Because it's broken on the other end. So that's why. This one is broken too. Need to do these ones on this model. little aggressive tip for this. But you know, with experience, you can do things that you would normally not do with other things. Just about quick. This one is cracking here too. It's starting to get cracked. Alright. See what else. Right. Got a crystal right next to the microprocessor. That's an Infineon. Make sure I'm not missing any one, and I did miss one right here. Alright, so the camera's right there, so. I'm always worried the camera stopped working, like this one, but that's not a problem. We're actually doing everything on the microscope. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much done. I'm going to clean that cluster. Alright, so take the gloves off for now. Let's clean this cluster. Again, this is what I use. Really good. I actually got a second one because this one is almost empty. I like to pour it on this container so I don't have to be using the whole thing. And the good thing is this is it dries out really quick. And it's electronic safe. And I use this compressor on cans. Dry everything up. And this leaves no residues, which is perfect for this kind of work. Just a little more here. I like to use a Q-tip for when it's a small area. As you can probably see on the video, you see how it's drying out by itself? It's really, really good. That's what I love to use it in here. You want to leave no flux as much as possible in the board because it will create corrosion. Just going around, make sure everything is nice and clean. And we can see still some on here. I see Jeff using a paper towel. That's also fair, no problem. And I mean, I got these brushes from Mauser Electronics. This uses a toothbrush, same thing. I like to clean this really good. When nobody coming and saying, oh, who was the guy who worked on this cluster? Alright. Looks clean. Looks okay. New Q-tip. I mean, now that I don't need to solder Liza still, but that's how I do it. And to clean the lenses, this is something gentle. I like to use these ones. Usually come with a microfiber, you know, for your glasses or so. This one has a mark or something, so alcohol right here. That was probably a splash when I was cleaning the, you know, with the air. All right, that looks good. Yeah, perfectly clean. That's good enough. All right, so now let's put all the lights. Let me get all the parts. Two, 4, 6, 8. Let's make sure. And we're gonna need only 7, right? 4, yeah, 7. Usually this kit comes with 8. I mean, you can buy 12s and so on, but I think I have some lights in here as well. I might be wrong. No, these are just stepper motors, so let me get the bulbs. Replacement bulbs. Now I got plenty. The last video I did with this, I run out. I bought enough for months, and that's the problem. You know, I have to. Now I have everything on the system. As soon as I finish with this, I'm going to put that I use 7 motors and how many bulbs. Like that, I know how, you know, how soon I need to reorder this. All right. Really? I have to cut the legs of this light a little bit, kind of like halfway through. And let me show you with one. So this is what I usually do. And that's what the difference. You see how long it took that to heat up? This is still not done. Now it's done to use. With the JBC, 8 seconds. Why it's not? Yeah, we're not gonna need it and all. That's why I shouldn't have not cleaned that before, but well, I did it so you guys can see how it's done. And I think that's all. So again, so what you do is just, touch it right there. And then lift it up. And that's a good height. And I'm gonna show you that doesn't hit anything. Remember, we got these this plastic, so you got all this length to do that. If you want to cut it a little shorter, it's not an issue. But again, we got plenty of room. You see? So that's probably still like this far away from the actual plastics, and you want that to disperse the light good enough. All right, so that's how you do it. Let me put all the balls and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got all the balls installed, and let's just start with the motors. Again, the height is not really a problem on the balls itself, so I'm just going to set these ones up. And what I usually do is just burn the tabs in as I put it on, so they stay there. And you're gonna have, a thick one and a thin plastic tab. That is gonna give you the orientation. And all you're gonna do is just again bend the legs in. Help you keep it in there until you solder them all. But yeah, please place the balls and solder them before you put all the motors. Like that, you got more room to work. Even though, not even though, no matter what, the motors are soldered from behind, so two more. I didn't show, I already cleaned the cluster from the other side, just a quick cleanup, dust wise. I've seen some people that says, well, why you do that? No matter what, it's going to be covered. Well, that's personal preference. You can do whatever you want. That is up to you. I'm going to put this motor here. And now I'm going to cut this in half. I'm gonna have to. Not gonna be too straight. Just like to put something so it's not just sitting on the gauges or the. I can put this one here as well. Gonna have to readjust the height, and I don't need the camera actually to do this, but this is more for you guys to see. I mean, this is pretty simple. Waiting for that one to beep. Hopefully you guys can see that there. Need to put the fan. Okay, come on. Now it's on. If you do this for living or very often, you need to have a extractor, because guarantee you the bill will come someday if you don't. I know the camera, the microscope camera is not catching all because I'm not moving it. But I show you the first one. I'm just doing this very quickly. And that upper camera, I'm not sure how useful it is. I hate that it turns off every 15 minutes. It's just not made for that, and sometimes I just forget that it has to be on. And I already finished doing something, so it's not really major to do. This is just a regular repair. No diagnosis for this cluster. Luckily for me, it's just not the case every time. That's all you need to do. And then do the same thing. Remove the flux. I forgot one. I'm so used to not see that transmission one. What you're really looking forward to do here is remove the flux. Yes, I had to check the lights now that I did this, but I like to is that a quick brush up on the back. Yeah, this one got bent. This one is fine, a little bent. Yeah, it'll look good. Alright, so let's give it a try before we put it back together. Come on. It's no more. Gotta be gentle with this arms. All right, we can turn this off as well. Let's turn this on. Take this in all the way. Let me turn this back off. Ah, yeah, it's not in the right way. Okay. Perfect. We can see all the lights coming on. That's beautiful. Yep. And I heard all the motors. That's a good sign. All right, let me turn this back off. And let's put this together. Just wanted to see all the lights before I go further. Need to put the gloves so I don't leave any finger marks. Putting the parts away. Nothing gets broken. So again, remember when you're doing this, um, and I like always to wipe the cluster with a nice. These rags are just perfect for this. They're meant for for your lenses, so they leave almost no dust. I have these ones from the ones that come for when you're installing the phone screen protector, and they work really good. So you want to make sure that you put these needles, but not all the way in. It's going to. I probably got a delivery. That's my doggy alarm delivery. He barks for every single delivery. That's his life. He loves it. It's a breeding between Shih Tzu and Yorkie. He think he's a Rottweiler. Because if he had a body, he would have eaten me already. Or eat somebody. And I'm just putting the needles anywhere, not present all the way in, because we need to adjust them. And the reason I like to go a little higher is I can always come back. I mean, you can always go, full turn counterclockwise if it's necessary, but in this case, Now let's plug this back in. Come on. And we can put this. Um, yes, right there. I think that will work. Yeah, this one is a little higher, and that's what you want to be. See, if you go past, by not pushing the needles yet, you can just go around. They gotta be on the 0 mark here. Because remember, if you go past, just go. And actually, it's when you do it like this, it's a lot easier. This one. The empty is the one that has to have a little lower than the other ones because of the reserve. All right, so let's turn it off. Turn it back on. See how they go like, see, this one is still not in the right place, so we gotta go back. One more time. This one went up, right? This one did too. Let me see this. Once again, gonna have to go a little back more. Zero, zero. Almost there. The gas is perfect. Yeah, we got the light, so that's the way it should be. This all look good, good, good. So I can press this one in. Just gentle. Let me turn this one. Just a little more. And so is this one too. Yeah, I think that should do it. Yep. All right, let me press those two needles to again. They don't look good. Just be gentle, because you can go too far too. Just come off. And my scanner is charging. So let me turn this on. We're gonna do a sweep test this time. We have not been connected on the BCI yet. Let's just wait for that. Okay, that's the sound that we were looking for. Instrument cluster, active test. We already got the lamps working perfectly. So we want the instrument panel gauge test, and beautiful. All to the maximum. And now off. One more time. Yep, we can see everything is on to the maximum values, and we are perfect. So we can do the lamp test one time. Perfect, all good. And the odometer, the other test is the odometer display, and we'll put just all the dots and fill them up, so to make sure there is nothing burned, and that's All working good. So this is a good to go. So this is, a quick and easy repair. Nothing wrong with the instrument cluster as far as, burn pads and so on, but you never know until you open it up. So that's what I wanted to share this with you and say that I'm here. Um, I'm always looking forward to help people and electrical repairs. If you need, any cluster repairs, some modules, I work in most of the engine computers. Some of the ABS modules are not repairable, so just contact me via email or through my website or YouTube, Facebook, and I will let you know if it can be repairable or not. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by. God bless you all. Bye bye.